What's up guys, Tim Little. Welcome back to TacticalBassin. Today's video, we are talking Senkos. How to fish Senkos right now to catch fish. They are one of the most universal baits, can catch fish in any body of water across the country. Let's go. Just last video, Matt did his top 5 or 6 baits for the month of April, and guess what his #1 bait would be? The Senko. Now the Senko, a soft plastic stick bait. This is actually a 7-inch. Here's a 5-inch. I totally agree with Matt. You know, we did a video probably, I don't know, 4 or 5, maybe even 6 years ago. Time's flying, but we did is the Senko the best bass fishing bait ever made, the best fishing bait ever made? So many tournaments have been won on it, so many big fish have been caught on it, but it is super universal. Believe it or not, this little 5-inch stick bait has caught more double-digit bass than a lot of other baits combined. And actually, Matt's wife, Cece, I don't know what size Senko, but I think her PB, like 14 pounds, 14 plus pounds, was caught in a tournament on a Senko. So it catches giant fish too. But today, how to rig a Senko, how to fish a Senko, and how to simplify a Senko, because believe it or not, it is one of the most universal baits. You know, jig is obviously up there as well, but the 5-inch Senko, the 5-inch stick bait, super universal. You can rig it 10, 12, 15 different ways if you want, but today we're talking 3. My top 3 ways to rig a Senko and how to fish them. We're talking the hooks, the baits, just some accessories you might need, but these 3 ways will put more fish in the boat for you, more fish on the bank for you this year. So let's start off with, we talked about a Senko, right? Soft plastic stick bait. There's a lot of stick baits on the market, but this sets the bar. This is the standard that all the other stick baits are trying to reach. You know, they aren't the cheapest in the category by any means, but when the money's on the line, when I need confidence, when I need to catch fish, I'm throwing a Senko. The Yum Dinger is a great alternative. Big Bite Baits has some great stick baits. We'll link those down below in the video description. But the Yamamoto Senko, the 5 and the 6-inch, here's a 6-inch right here. The 5 and the 6-inch are my go-tos. Now, I have 3 of them rigged up, 3 different ways, depending on the type of fishery you're in and the type of fish you're going for. You know, I was just down in Florida a few weeks back, and believe it or not, some of those fish are post-spawn. I was actually flipping super shallow. You know, up north, you guys probably still have a little bit of ice, but you guys can start catching fish deep. Out west, fish are pre-spawn, kind of into that spawn stage. You know, you can fish those fish that are coming up shallow. April is all about the fish coming to you. You bank fishermen, they're coming to you. You guys get to make casts that us on boats, don't get to make, right? You get to fish places that we can't get to, and a Senko is an awesome bait to take advantage of those fish. So the fish are coming shallow. They're looking to spawn. No matter where you are in the country, they're coming shallow to do their thing. So that's why I wanted to shoot this video. It was Matt's #1 bait in his last video. So today we're gonna go a little bit more in depth and give you my 3 ways to rig it. So again, fish are coming to you. Bank fishermen, now is the time to get out on those main lake points, those secondary points, fish them back into those bays. As those fish are coming out from deeper water into reach for you guys to make casts, you guys can present those baits at a different angle and fish areas that we can't fish, like I said. So sometimes I'll actually just beach the boat and go fish from shore too. It works really well. So the Senko, now that we talked about it, 1 tip for you guys. Let me grab the 7-inch one so you guys can see a little bit better. I don't know this for all stick baits, but I do know this for the Senko. If you take a Senko and you spin it, you will see that there's a little, on one of the, not really sides, but one direction there's gonna be a cupped. Like this tail is kind of bending this way. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. You can see that right there. No matter how you rig it, Wacky Rigged or Texas Rigged, you want that cup angled down. That's gonna cup more water. Here we go. It's gonna give more action to the bait, to the edge of this bait. It's gonna give more action to it. So the cool thing about the Senko, what sets it apart, is how it falls. The shimmy it has, the shake it has, that's what makes this thing different than the other baits. So that's the 7-inch Senko, but just so you guys know, if you're Texas rigging it, Wacky rigging it, make sure you're rigging it the correct direction. Again, you want that cupped area facing down, so as that bait falls through the water column, it gets that resistance and really adds movement to the both ends of the Senko. A little tip there for you. So number one, let's just talk about a weightless 5-inch Wacky Rig Senko. That's my number one go-to this time of year. Now the reason being, it's unintrusive, it's slow fall, light line. As these fish are coming shallow, they're gonna be pulling up to structure, to places of cover, dock pilings, lay downs, that sort of stuff. But this also works really well for those fish that are in your highland reservoirs that are in that clear water. As they're coming shallow, light line, very unintrusive. It just looks like a dumb, stupid, dying bait fish falling to the bottom. So, 5-inch Wacky Rig Senko. Now the real all-star with this setup right here is these guys right here. These are I'll link them down below in the video description, but they're the VMC crossover pliers. You can see they got a little compartment, and this is what makes these things really special. This is a little band that goes onto your pliers. See that? You're gonna slip your stick bait through here and put it on. So now let me show you guys this up close. These pliers, but more importantly, this specific O-ring. You know, a traditional O-ring, got one right here. A traditional O-ring is just a donut-shaped ring. Whereas these guys have two different little holes on them, so you can actually, I'm not sure if I can get this off. This is made so that the bait slides up your line and you don't lose as many baits, but you can hook it vertical and horizontal. So if you're throwing a Neko rig, you can rig it right through this hole right here. I'm not gonna do that right now because I'm gonna show you how to do it Wacky Rigged. See that little guy right there? The 5-inch weightless Senko. This is my go-to. If I'm pulling up to a dock piling, a lay down, I love skipping a Senko. I just skipped that thing like, I don't know, 30 yards. Real slow. Oh, you can't call that any better. This is what I'm talking about right there, guys. I cannot. Here, want to lip him for me, dude? Come here. Come here. I'm gonna grab my line only because I can't reach him. All right, I got him. I got him. That right there is why you throw a weightless Wacky Rig Senko up shallow. You can see that little hook is right in the roof of the mouth. Watch out, bud. I got my little man Josiah here. He's learning too. Thanks, dude. Now you're the real all-star. Yeah, you want to come show it to the camera? Come up here. Lip him. Show him to the camera. Right there. Hold him hard. Tight. Up there you go. Nice. All right. We'll let him go over here. So that is why you throw. I was literally, man, I love bass fishing. It's that easy, guys. Just put on a 5-inch electric shad Senko, Wacky Rig it, skip it out into the middle of nowhere, and you too might catch a bass. So that is my favorite setup. Show you this right here. Did you guys see, maybe you didn't, but see how that bait slid up the line? It was just the hook in the fish's mouth. That is what is so cool about this setup right here. It allows you to catch multiple fish on one bait. I can't draw it up any better than that. So, 5-inch weightless Senko. Again, fish are coming shallow. They see a lot of baits. They see glide baits. They see swim baits. They see jigs, chatter baits, square bills, you name it. It's reaction time, but there is a time and a place for this guy right there. We got people mowing their lawns, blowing their yard. So that was number one. Again, we're talking how to simplify the Senko. Number two, lowland reservoir guys, highland reservoir guys, fish that are, you guys are fishing for that are a little bit deeper. That's when we're talking about the Neko Rig. Same great 5-inch Senko. Same great little O-ring right there. But what we added was a nail weight. This is the Pagoda weight. This is by Swagger Tackle. Again, we'll link all this stuff down below in the video description. But what you do, I'm gonna rig it on this 5-inch just so you guys can see. Again, you have that cupped bottom. You take this and you put it into the head of your Senko. So now this bait is not gonna fall equally. It's gonna have weight at the bottom. So it's gonna be down the bottom like this. So now that you guys see how to rig it, little tip on rigging your Neko rigs too. You don't wanna rig them completely centered like you would the Wacky Rig so it's symmetrical and they fall the same. You want to rig them a little bit towards the head of the bait, towards the weight of the bait. Again, that same VMC O-ring right there, but this time I hooked the bait, I guess vertical to the bait, if that makes sense. That is the Owner Sniper Finesse Neko hook. The last one on the Wacky Rig was actually the Gamakatsu Finesse Wide Gap. I actually brought some packs to show you guys, but I will link this stuff down below in the video description. But you guys that are fishing for fish that are just a little bit deeper in that, I'm gonna say 12 to 20 plus foot range. You know, you can add heavier weight in here, on this bait. But again, you're fired out there. This bait's gonna fall quite a bit quicker than the weightless Senko. And you're just gonna kind of drag it along, just kind of like a shaky head. Okay? That is my number 2 favorite way to fish a Senko this time of the year. Kind of hoping for another bite. Okay? So shake, 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 just drag it, shake, shake, shake. Now what this bait is doing down there, it's looking like, I don't know what it's looking like, but it's looking like a plastic worm that's colored like a crawdad, and it's down there, head first, and the tail's just up there, shake, shake, shake. This thing's just dancing, head's kind of digging in the ground. You got that titanium weed guard if you're fishing around grass. But this is a great setup. I love fishing the Neko Rig. Now we're gonna talk about colors in just a second. I wanna get through the 3 rigs real quick. So that's number 2. Last, but not least, is gonna be the Texas rig. Now you can do this with the 5-inch. For me, I like going with the 6-inch. Same thing, you wanna rig this thing cupped down. That is a 4/0 Superline. Superline is really important. It's got a lot thicker wire. It's a lot stronger of a hook. Not necessarily for flipping on straight braid, but it actually lets this bait fall a little bit quicker. So when you're fishing shoreline and you're just flip, or pitch, 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 it allows you to fish a little bit quicker. You don't want to go too fast, obviously, with the Senko, but just gonna flip that out. You're looking for, same thing, dock pilings, cattail roots, like the balls of the heads of the roots, laydowns. This is perfect in laydowns. I have this rigged on 20-pound fluorocarbon. Again, I'm fishing for bigger fish with that 6-inch bait. So you pond fishermen, guys that don't necessarily need to fish an exposed hook finesse bait, take a 5-inch Senko, use a 3/0 Superline. Where's it at? 3/0. Did I bring 3/0s? Yes. Superline EWG. Go fish it around your pond, fish it around the bank, flip it into stuff, skip it into stuff, because that's where these big fish are using, as they're transitioning from their wintertime areas into the backs of these spawning bays. They use different pieces of cover, of structure along the way as they make their way to the backs for these spawning bays. So get in, don't be afraid. You know, the light line, stay away from it a little bit. If you start getting into heavier cover and stuff, go with heavier line, heavier hook, and don't be afraid to throw or pitch or flip a 6-inch Senko. Okay? So those are the three. Number one is gonna be the weightless 5-inch. You guys saw why. Number two is gonna be the 5-inch Neko Rig. Nail weight, again, adjust the nail weight for the depth you're fishing. And number three, weedless Texas rigged, either the 5-inch, but I like the 6-inch. If you guys are throwing on a spinning rod, go with the 5-inch. If you guys are flipping and pitching, go with the 6-inch on a bait caster. When you hook those fish, you can get them out of those laydowns, out of that cover, okay? So we talked about the 3 different styles. Showed you that they work, at least one of them. Colors, let's simplify it, because if you jump on Tackle Warehouse, you pull up Senkos, I think there's 397 different colors. No, but in all seriousness, there's probably, I'm gonna say 40, maybe, there's probably a lot more. So, to get you started, here it is, guys. 3 colors. My number 1 color overall, just like Matt said in his video, it's gonna be Green Pumpkin Black Flake, number 297. This bait works everywhere, okay? Number 1 color. If you're fishing deeper and you're on a crawdad fishery, not really a shad fishery, you're fishing rock piles, that sort of stuff, this one right here, this is 956. This is my favorite crawdad color. It's kind of like Green Pumpkin Red Flake and orange on the bottom. I'm gonna read it real quick. Watermelon. It is watermelon with copper orange with red flake. There you have it. There you go. That's 956. Okay. Number 3, electric shad. That's what that fish just ate. This is number 973. Okay. Electric shad, some kind of bait fish color. That's it. Those are my 3 go-tos. Trying to simplify it for you guys. 3 colors that will catch fish no matter where you are fishing. If you're fishing on a shad lake, go with that. If you go with that electric shad, you're fishing on a clear water fishery and you feel like those fish are line shy, go with that Green Pumpkin Black Flake. If you're fishing on a fishery where you're fishing rock piles a little bit deeper and you want to go with that crawdad pattern, go with that 956. 2 other colors real quick that I showed you. Baby bass. This is post-spawn, around the spawn. This is an awesome, awesome color. Tip for you guys, take a black Sharpie and color the last ½ inch, 3/4 of an inch or so. If you ever see a baby bass swimming in the water, they have a real vibrant black line on their tail. So I like to color the tips black. And if you want to shy away from the Green Pumpkin Black Flake because everybody's throwing it, watch the camera, dude. Go with this guy right here. This is a 330 color. It's Green Pumpkin Purple Copper Flake. A little bit different color, a little bit different flake in it, but that is my go-to when I feel like the Green Pumpkin's not working. But guys, there it is. There are the hooks to rig it with. Simplifying Senkos. My 3 favorite ways to fish a Senko this time of the year. The weightless Wacky Rig, the Nico Rig, and then the Texas Rig flippin' pitching style. Okay guys, there it is. As always guys, thanks for watching. If you like this video, you learned something from it, hit that like button and please subscribe. If you haven't already, please subscribe. We're coming up on that 500,000 subscriber mark, which is just mind-blowing, but it's just awesome guys. So we appreciate all the support. Guys, thanks for watching. As always, we appreciate you and we'll see you on the next video.
Can I fish the rod that you caught the fish on?
Can you fish the rod that I caught the fish on? Yes. Yeah. This is probably.
Man, that was quick.
That's pretty cool, huh?
Yeah.
Make you want to go fishing?
Yep.
I bet. Okay.
I already wanted to go fishing.
This is Daddy's rod. Don't break it.
Man,
And don't hook me in the face. I gotta clean up a little bit, but you like throwing a Senko?
Kinda.
I think you do.
It's like different. So,
Yeah?
like every time I throw it, I don't like want to throw it because like, I've never caught a fish or anything.
Okay, you don't fish it fast. Yep, flip the bail. Don't fish it. Don't spin. Don't turn the handle. Just let it fall. Slow, slow, slow. Slow, slow, slow. You got him. Keep your rod tip up. Rod tip up. Slow. There you go. Keep him coming. Keep him coming. There he is. Okay, bring him over here. Okay, don't reel him all the way up. Just bring him here, bring him here, bring him here, bring him here. Okay, lift him. Go show him to the camera. Show him to the camera. Tell him that's why you throw a Senko.
That's why you throw Senko.
Hey, nice work. See what happens when you're quiet during Daddy's videos?
Yep.
Awesome.
That's a fish.